Last one, guys. David, you're speaking of evil,
putting it on blast, day in and day out.
So cackling Kamala Harris, she was speaking in a couple locations, and she's flip flopping.
Look, there's a lighthearted angle to this, and then it's going to get into the substantive angle of when people tell you who they are, listen the first time. Yes. I will make it my business to. They deserve public ridicule and public derision. They deserve it.
I do.
When people deserve to be cussed, sometimes they need to be cussed. And I'm spelling cackling Kamala Harris. I'm not going the hyperbolic way. Her cackle is enough to make you want to vomit.
Yeah.
She cackles when it's not right, when it's not
appropriate,
when it's not appropriate, and when it's very much out of context. And not just does she cackle. Apparently, she's a pandering pander bear like you've never seen before. She gave a speech on Labor Day, 2 speeches within the same day. But people noticed a little bit of an interesting thing about a southern twang. Who is that rooster from the cartoons?
Foghorn Leghorn.
Is that what I'll say. You better think. Okay, we got to play this before I get into making fun of it.
So which one, is this her in front of a black audience?
This is from what I don't know if the audience is primarily black.
Well, what city
black.
is she in?
I want to say Detroit. No, Detroit or Philly.
Detroit. Okay.
But also you got like Weingarten in the back there, so you got a little mix of crowd. One thing is for certain. She discovered her. I didn't know that thing's name was Leghorn Foghorn.
Leghorn.
Now I'm getting I'm understanding a lot of the replies to my Twitter feed. Okay, check this out. Play this.
Go ahead, play this one.
Let's just get through the next 64 days. How about
that? 64.
Let's just get through the next 64 days. How about
or Indian family?
Oh no! Keep going.
Keep going.
Does it end there?
Did it end there? The one before?
Oh, that was the 60. Well, no, but then she starts talking. You better thank a member of the union for your days. It was like she stepped into a gospel church. Although the second, but play the second clip. We'll see the comparison.
So, friends.
Hello, friends.
64 days.
Oh, now that
until the most election of our lives.
Oh my God! So that one was comparing the 64,
and that was
days.
in Pittsburgh. You can tell by
Pittsburgh. Look
how total lack of diversity.
Yeah, they have to put one black person behind her, but everybody else is white. If you can notice, go to that photo right there, Connor. Look, one black person, everybody else is white. But notice how she said 64 days, and then now it's 64 days.
But the thing is this. I don't know how that doesn't piss people off of that whatever minority that she's pandering to. Like, if she steps up to, like, her husband, Doug Emhoff's congregation, and she starts talking like Jackie Mason, that's going to piss a lot of people off. You bet. Like, it's so disgustingly pandering. But that's the lighthearted angle about this. Remember when Trump took flack for saying... I didn't even know she was black. In 2020, she sold herself as being the Indian district attorney, the first one in California's history, or senator, first Indian senator.
She's transracial.
She's a woman of many identities, as mainstream media called it. It's great. She gets to play whatever identity she wants on that given day. Play this clip. What Trump said took a lot of flack for it.
Okay.
And I've spliced in the humorous angle to it thereafter.
Because she was Indian all the way, and then all of a sudden she made a turn, and she became a black person.
You may not be a union member. You better thank a union member.
Now she's talking.
For the 5-day work week.
You better thank a union member.
For sick leave. You better thank a union member for paid leave. You better thank a union member for vacation time.
I say. Hold on, we're going to get back to the second part of what Trump said.
She was of Indian heritage, and she was only promoting Indian heritage. I didn't know she was black until a number of years ago when she happened to turn black, and now she wants to be known as black because she was Indian all the way.
He took the heat he took for that. This was 3 weeks that was when he gave the speech before the Association of Black Journalists.
Yeah.
Took flack for it. And then 2 weeks later, she proves that she is a pandering woman that will play racial identity when it's politically convenient. And
David, dude, you guys, oh my God, imagine she does this with every group. Like if she goes to what is the biggest Indian community in the United States? Does anybody know, Rob?
Probably Dearborn, Michigan.
Yeah, imagine she's like, hello everybody. If you have a job, you better thank. Well, Indians like that. You better thank a union worker. You better thank a union worker, my friend. That would be. a chameleon Kamala Harris. Dude, I think it's so disrespectful. And you're right. The outrage, like if I was just a black person, and again, she's Jamaican. She's not African American. You know, disrespectful. So meaning you're in front of us, so you have to talk like, yeah, everybody. Like you got to talk.
It's like the Hillary,
like ignorant.
Like the Hillary Clinton hot sauce in her purse pandering.
Yeah.
It is predicated on the most racist of stereotypes and the racist of tropes. And by the way, I'm glad, there's liberty that comes with being a stand-up comic. I wanted to make that joke, but I couldn't. I wanted to splice together Apu from The Simpsons and make the joke, but I couldn't. So I spliced together Jackie Mason. Like,
well, dude, I got in trouble for cooking with my feet.
Do you remember when she did she said that her collard greens were so much in demand that she had to wash them in the bathtub. Connor, you are a Seinfeld fan. Oh. Do you remember the episode where Kramer was he figured out that he could save time by preparing his salads in the shower? Oh, she literally took a storyline from Seinfeld and then repurposed it for her fictional black background.
Yeah. Number one, disgusting. That sounds so unhygienic and so disgusting. Why would she do that? But number two, I was going to ask you guys, do you think this was her genius idea, or do you think the campaign was like, all right, guys, this is what we're going to do? All right, so the next time...
I think Connor wants to respond.
Yeah, and remember when she said she grew up celebrating Kwanzaa when that holiday wasn't invented until she was 5 years old?
or listening to Tupac.
Yep. Oh, yeah, that's hilarious.
He was a child. Wait, Vinny, please tell me you brought the Hillary one.
No, I didn't bring the Hillary one.
You know the Hillary one that I'm talking about?
No.
Hillary Clinton doing the same thing. You know about this video?
The hot sauce one?
No, getting the twang.
By the way, what about AOC? Wait, you want to talk about the worst? AOC turns into the preacher from Coming to America. She's like, I came to pray. Like that's, dude, it's so embarrassing. But you know what sucks? Nobody's gonna care about it except us because we dig deep. All right, the mainstream media, guys. 90% of Americans are not like us. Well, but you guys are different.
Who the hell is watching her speech before the union on Labor Day? I mean, nobody's watching except for the 50 people in the crowd.
Yeah, that's it.
And the thing is, she was also channeling a little bit of Obama. I was trying to find some older speeches where Obama, because it was gospel-like delivery, but it wasn't throughout the entire speech. It was just at that moment. The rest of it, she was normal Kamala. But to bring it back to something substantive, and, not just making fun of people who deserve to be made fun of. When people tell you who they are. Yesterday, on the same day that video was going viral, there was another video that was purportedly of Kamala Harris approving of the ban of X in Brazil. And people showed a small clip of a video. And I'm looking at that video and I'm saying, Kamala looks a little younger than she does now. I have questions as to whether or not that's contemporaneous. Went and found the original clip, which we're going to play now, because it's not just that Kamala is a race-baiting, pandering, cackling cow. She's also a commie. And when she tells you that she's a commie, you better listen to her. Let's play this clip, because in context, it's even worse than what it was.
65 million Twitter followers. He has proven himself to be willing to obstruct justice. Just ask Bob Mueller. You can look at the manifesto from the shooter in El Paso to know that what Donald Trump says on Twitter impacts people's perceptions about what they should and should not do.
One of the transgenders.
We're talking about a private corporation, Twitter, that has terms of use. And as far as I'm concerned, and I think most people would say, including members of Congress who he has threatened, that he has lost his privileges and it should be taken down. And the bottom line is that you can't say that you have one rule for Facebook and you have a different rule for Twitter. The same rule has to apply, which is that there has to be a responsibility that is placed on these social media sites to understand their power. They are directly speaking to millions and millions of people without any level of oversight or regulation. And that has to
I'm shocked she actually spoke this long by herself. Oh my God.
This actually scares me.
Wow, Kamala knows
she's putting on the stupid.
Where was Tim Walz? Was he? I know this is a long time ago. Where was he? Was he like in the back? Like
so funny. That was also some of the clips. Like how much has she cognitively degenerated over the last 5 years that she almost, although fascistic, statist, communist, whatever, she could string together a thought.
Super scary. Well, but you know what? I was thinking with the first clip, I was like, I mean, like, does it work? Is it a black guy in the audience going like, she's doing a really good impersonation. I'm going to vote for her. But then I started thinking, if Trump came out and we're like, ASA, we're going to get all these illegals out, like with the Latina accent.
Oh, my God.
I would ask to be taped to Donald Trump to take a bullet for him, because that'd be hilarious. That'd be like literally, he could wear me as
Dude,
body
that is
armor.
so funny. Just Umberto hugging him wherever
Yeah,
he
just
goes.
like-
Like, I'll get shot for you, Mr.
If Trump did a
President.
Latino impersonation, it's
my God.
over. He won the election.
Oh my God, that's so messed up.
All that to say is that's from 2019 when she was given a talk with Jake Tapper where they're talking about regulating social media companies and referring to it as a privilege that the President of the United States of America could use the social media platform to communicate with Americans, showing her commie tendencies early and showing them strong. And then I had to needle Lex Friedman just a little bit. I mean,
fine.
in as much as I know Lex, he's a good guy, does good long format interviews. He had Trump on. And there was a moment where I swear to you, I think Lex Friedman might have actually realized in real time, Kamala is a communist. So play this. It's hilarious.
Okay.
There's a lot of people listening to this, myself included, that doesn't think that Kamala is a communist.
Well, she's a Marxist.
Her father's a Marxist,
That's right.
and she's
It's a
advocating.
little unusual, you know.
She's advocating for some policies that are towards the direction of
Well, that's
democratic socialism, let's say.
like what? Wait, tell me, like, okay. He's like, I don't think that she is. Well, her dad's a Marxist. She's a Marxist.
And her
And he goes, well, yeah, her ideas and her policies. Then what are you talking about, Lex? You just heard yourself say exactly what
Were
the
you
hell
being
she's doing.
sarcastic about him being a good guy?
I don't mind him.
He's a freaking plant. I can't stand this guy. I can't stand him. Like, he is literally like a glass of warm milk. He has no personality, no flair. He's an absolute idiot. Like, whoever comes in will convince him of anything. Like, if he had a Nazi in there, he'd be like goose stepping out of the interview. He's a fucking idiot. Whatever comes in. Like, I can't freaking stand
I'm
that
not
guy.
gonna-
I don't know if he made. I don't know. He has millions of followers, and Trump. What's going on? He's like the Cardi B of podcasters.
I love Lex Friedman, Russian-American computer scientist, works at Harvard, and you called him an MIT. I'm sorry, and you called him an idiot. And I don't disagree with you at all. I
He's very
disagree.
smart.
Oh, that's been debunked. That's been debunked. People that went to MIT, they say he was just hanging around the hallways.
He's a plant.
Yeah, he's a plant.
Look,
Come on.
I don't feel that I know.
Huh?
I don't feel that I know
You
Lex
want to
Friedman
get in
well
there?
enough.
Wait,
you want to get in there?
From Russia, a
Huh?
plant for who?
Huh?
Russia.
Russia?
No, for the feds. He's a fed. Come on. Chat, vote right here. Is Lex Friedman a fed? I know Viva wants to get in there. That's why he's being nice.
Yeah.
But don't invite me, Lex. I
Hold on.
won't go to your show.
Yo, by the way, and I want ask the chat right now. Do you guys think that Lex Friedman is a Fed?
The poll is going to be 95% yes, and I can understand why people see it.
by the way,
I mean, he looks like a man in black,
I
for
mean,
goodness
he's
sake. But
fair. I'm not gonna lie. Like Umberto, I gotta side with him. Like, it is the most boring. Like, I was driving once, and I literally had to pull over and drink 2 Red Bulls.
Very
He's
monotone.
like, so what do you think? And I was just like,
You know how I measure YouTubers? Merch. What type of merch does this guy sell? Like plain white t-shirts? What
Snoopy
is-
sleeping on the doghouse.
I don't know what it is. Would you buy a t-shirt from him?
No.
all that to say, I don't feel that I know Lex well enough to lambaste him like that. If he's a Jake Tapper or a Potato Head, what's that guy's name? Brian Stetler.
Oh, Stetler, who's coming back.
I feel good enough. I feel like I know them well enough to make fun of
I
them.
have 40 hours of Lex Friedman. I'm a Lex Friedman expert.
Oh.
I know him better than he does himself. And he's an idiot. And he shouldn't be doing YouTube. I'm sorry. I said what I said. That's what it is.
That's now all that to say, which is my camera, Lex. If her dad's a Marxist and she goes for what was it called? A democratic socialist? That's socialist. She's a commie by another commie light. And so I hope that was a moment of awakening. They're like, now that I say it out loud, she is a commie. A cackling, copycat, Kamala, pandering commie.
Yeah.
You know, I always say, if you fence it long enough, you're going to get impaled and you're going to like it. Sorry. That's what it is.
The expression is, if when you walk in the middle, you get hit by the traffic on both sides. There's not necessarily anything inherently laudable about walking in the middle of a highway.
Nothing at all.
Yeah. And listen, September 10th, Rob.
Yes, a week from yesterday, 6 days. And we're doing a live event, so I know that there are very limited tickets remaining, but if you're interested in coming, 7 to 11 p.m., Tuesday, September 10th, you can get tickets at 5990live.com.
Oh, God, yeah, because we're going to watch it. Dave, you should probably come. I don't know if you're going to be busy. Are you going to be busy?
I might be live streaming it myself.
Okay, you might be live streaming, but you guys, come, mark my words, come the night of September 10th when Donald Trump eviscerates this cackling moron. The Democratic Party the deep state is gonna shift into a gear that I think is gonna get very, very ugly. Mark my words. I don't know what it's gonna be, but it's gonna be bad. I love Donald Trump. He opens it and then he goes in. But all right, guys. Thank you guys. The show was freaking amazing. Thank you guys, Connor, Jake, Jeremy in the back, everybody at home. God bless you guys. I love you guys. Take care of each other, and we will see you guys on Friday. Peace and love.